I know you've been feeling it lately, the distance, the silence, the loneliness. It's like God pulled you away from everyone and everything you once knew. And it hurts. It feels unfair. It feels confusing. It almost feels like you're being forgotten, pushed aside, or left behind. But listen closely, because this part is for your spirit. This isolation isn't punishment. It's confirmation. It's the clearest sign that God is preparing you for something bigger than you can imagine. So let me talk to you, not to the version of you that smiles for people, not the version that pretends to be strong, but the real youth, one who wonders why life suddenly fell silent. There is a reason for this season. Why God sends isolation when He wants to speak without competition. There are moments in your journey when God needs your full attention, not half, not divided, full. And sometimes, the only way to get your attention is to remove everything that distracts your spirit. So one day you wake up, and the people you used to talk to don't reach out anymore. The voices that once guided you suddenly grow quiet. The world that felt familiar begins to shift. It's not betrayal. It's not abandonment. And it's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's God saying, "Come away with me. I want to speak to you alone." Your destiny is too important to be shaped by background noise. There are instructions God can only give you in silence. There are truths He can only reveal when nothing else is pulling at your heart. In the quiet room of isolation, God whispers what you could never hear in the crowd. 2. God separates you to remove what cannot go with you. Every elevation requires separation. Every new level requires a shedding of the old. There are habits, relationships, environments, and mindsets that cannot survive the next chapter of your life. So God, in His wisdom, begins to remove them. People you thought were permanent suddenly become temporary. Connections you believed would last begin to fade naturally. Paths you were forcing quietly close. Not because you're unlucky, not because you failed, but because those things were never meant to follow you into your destiny. Some people are only a sign to your past. Some friendships were seasonal. Some environments were training grounds, not permanent homes. God isn't taking people away from you. He's taking you away from what would limit you. He knows what will slow you down. He knows what will distract your calling. He knows what will drain your spirit. So He isolates you not to leave you alone, but to leave behind what would have held you back. 3. God uses isolation to transform you privately before He elevates you publicly. Every great destiny in Scripture started in isolation. Moses was shaped in the wilderness. Joseph was prepared in the prison. David grew in the quiet fields. Jesus fasted alone in the desert. Why? Because destiny demands a version of you that cannot be formed around people. It can only be developed with God. In isolation, God shapes your character. He strengthens your endurance. He heals your heart. He sharpens your discernment. He removes your dependence on approval and anchors you in His voice alone. He teaches you to stand when no one is standing with you. He teaches you to pray when no one understands you. He teaches you to trust when nothing around you makes sense. You are being transformed in private, so that when God elevates you in public, your character can sustain the calling, your strength can carry the responsibility, and your heart can handle the influence. This quiet shaping is not rejection, it's preparation. For isolation is the final test before elevation. Before God opens a major door, He checks one thing: can you trust me even when you cannot feel me? This is the real test, not the test of comfort, not the test of applause, not the test of affirmation, the test of silence. Can you stay faithful when the room is empty? Can you keep praying when heaven feels quiet? Can you keep walking when no one is clapping? Can you stay committed when no one sees your efforts? Because if your faith can survive isolation, it can survive anything. Isolation reveals your true strength. It reveals your true motives. It reveals your true dependence. And once you pass this test, God says, now you're ready. Now I can trust you with what I'm about to release. Destiny does not come to the unprepared. It comes to those who endured the silence and still remain faithful. So listen to me. Don't fear this season. Don't rush it. Don't fight it. You're not being buried. You're being planted. God is not isolating you to break you. He's isolating you to build you. He is strengthening your spirit, purifying your heart, sharpening your vision, and preparing your hands for the destiny He has written for you. And when the time is right, when the soil is ready and your roots are deep, God will reintroduce you to the world as the person you were always meant to be. This isolation is not the end. It's the doorway to your destiny. Hold on. Your elevation is closer than you think.